Oh, and we are actually live. There we go. Hi, oh, fucking hell, this camera's all out of sorts, isn't it? What's happened there? Buggeration. There we go. That seems a bit better. Is that better? Hi, everyone. I am the Sarcastic Sloth. And welcome to my channel. That is not ASMR, despite what you just heard. Hello, Shanoa. How's it going? How's it going, Natasha? Rain? Everyone's filing in, I see. How's everyone? How's everyone's weekend? How we doing? How we feeling? Ms. Movira. Oh, yeah, I remember you. How's it going? How was your weekend, fellow fangirl? Hey yo, hey yo. How are you doing? Oh, is this lagging a bit, is it? Fuck's sake, man. Why does this always do this? Is there a lag for you guys? Hello? Can anybody hear me? How was your weekend? My week started like shit. Car battery died and I am running on 2, maybe 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, that's bollocks, that is. That's horrendous. I hope you get some sleep now. Ms. Maria, thank you. How was your weekend? Yeah, it was all right. It was better than the end of my last week for sure. But yeah, that was mainly because, well, I got my second, um, what's the word, vaccine. So that was cool on Saturday. And my sister was over with her family, and I got to meet my niece for the first time, which was cool. And yeah, that was really cool. Got to see the dogs as well. So yeah, it was really nice weekend actually. Like I said, I think it was something that I needed, and I stayed off Twitter the entirety of the time as well. So that was nice too. It's always nice. Wee bit of lag there before. Shanoa, everyone's saying hello, hello, welcome to Sloth Stream. Oh, that's not for me. I go back to work tomorrow. Oh, bloody hell, Natasha, that sounds horrendous. Emmeline's here. Hello. Saying hello to everyone. How was the second shot for you? It was fine actually. So my first one, actually gave me a Fabry attack for like 3 days, which I haven't had for years, which was nice. Drenched in sarcasm. That was. I know sometimes I have to say that, but I do forget that I'm not on Twitter sometimes, and I don't have to spell everything out. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, my arm hurts, but apart from that, nothing else is really. No real symptoms. I felt a bit woozy, actually. No, I tell a lie. I felt a bit woozy. I felt a bit. Um, I felt like I'd been smoking bongs, but without any of the benefits, if that makes any kind of sense. Um, but yeah, other than that, it's obviously much better than it did than occurred last time anyway, because that wrecked me. Angelo, hello, Mr. Slothington. Hello, thank you very much for the very posh greeting there, Sir Angelo, allegedly of. Skippy, hey Sloth, good to see you. Hello, Skip, how are you? How are you doing? Saying hello to everyone. Devon is here. Hey, Devon, how are you? How was everyone's weekends? That's what we want to know first off the bat. How are we doing now? And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm sure a fair few people just want to ask me one particular thing. I'll get into that at some point. Not going to get much more information out of me than what I've already said, but I'll go into a little bit more depth than what I was able to before in that video. Hello, hello, everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. Angela Chavez Monroy. It's a full name there. There we go. Did you have any reservations on taking the vaccine? No, none whatsoever. I've been in lockdown literally for a year and left my house probably all of 10 times within the course of that year. So, no, I didn't have any reservations on taking it. It was my second one anyway. Um, I thought, well, I might get sick like I did last time because, with what I've got, say if I have the flu, it will start setting off my Fabry attacks, but I'll have I usually have my painkillers and that can sort of stem the tide, as it were. But because I didn't expect it, it just sort of kicked my ass out of nowhere. And then once it gets to a certain point, it takes a lot of painkillers and, or not really painkillers, things I have are called carbamazepine, but it takes a lot to get it back to normal, as it were. But yeah, I didn't have any of that. Like I said, I just felt, I don't know. Like I said, it was a bit like being drunk, but without any of the drinking. So not in the not not the worst thing, I guess. But the first time was heinous. I'm not gonna dress that up like anything else. Um, Uh, hello, everyone's saying hello. Smudge, my weekend was completely unproductive. I'm not happy. Yeah, but your back is not feeling very well, so we can forgive you for that, there, Smudge. Rain, we went camping. Oh, cool. That's in April as well. I had to look then in April. I don't know what month it is anymore. That's the thing. I'm living in some kind of bubble. But yeah, that sounds cool. Where do you go camping to? Angela. Is that Angela or Angela? I want to get it right. Um, Greetings from California. Greetings to the Californian. Shanoa, I'm sorry, Smudge. Shanoa, could be like mine, lol. I worked so hard to clean my yard, then just have it all covered in snow. That's Canada for you, I guess. Yeah, that sucks. Um, we actually it was so sunny not that long ago. I was in the garden getting a tan. Um, Angelo, something I ask everyone, which arm did you get the injection in? And did you have a tattoo on there? No, I went for the one that hasn't got a tattoo. I've got one on this arm. So I got it on my right arm, which is, my writing arm and everything. So maybe I've nearly fucked myself over. Who knows? But got away with it at the very least. Angela, did you have a choice of vaccinations? No, NHS. So we just got what we were given. I think it was the Pfizer. Um, but I can't say for certain if I'm being totally honest. Um, but yeah, it seems to be doing its job, or at least like I'm only rationalizing that as it didn't wreck me as much as the first time. So the first shot must be working for the second one not to hit me anywhere near as hard. But I am no scientist. Do not take anything that I say as scientific fact. I'm not here to tell you to get the vaccine or not to get the vaccine. I'm probably going to tell you actually to get the vaccine, but what I'm saying is I'm not here to influence decisions based on my knowledge, because it is minimal at that. Um, I just know I want to go outside, and I don't know. I want to go get some fast food and go into town and go in a beer garden and shit like that again. Jesus Christ. Um, your taste buds? Yeah, my taste buds have been fine. I had like a whole pizza to myself yesterday. My mum makes homemade pizzas. To myself, night before that, when I actually had it, I had like 3 enchiladas. Um, had sausage meat stuffing tonight. I'm fucking sound, man. My taste buds have been going good. Because if something tastes of nothing, I can't eat it at all. Like I'd just rather not even bother. Um, Ms. Marira, we were able to get a handicap van for our daughter with stimulus. Waited 15 years to get one. Well, there we go. That's something that actually, it actually helps out. Obviously, we don't get any kind of like stimulus checks over here or whatnot. Um, trust and believe. but but yeah, I'm glad that you were able to help out not only your daughter, but it sounds like yourself as well. If you're able to get the van, that's awesome. That's really cool. Uh, Angelo, oh, just saying hello, hello. I will fight you. Um, no fighting in here. That's wonderful. Shanoa, I like your formatted chat rules. Mind if I copy? Well, I mean, Shanoa is the one who wrote them up. I just passed them off as my own. But yeah, as long as Shanoa is cool, I'm cool with that. Um, Wasatch, Wasatch Mountains, east of Salt Lake, Utah. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but yeah, sounds cool. I'm gonna pretend like I know where that is, and I don't clearly. Everyone's saying hello again. Welcome to Sloth Stream. Chanel is on the ball today. My days. Um, da-da-da-da-da. Damn, I want a pizza now. Yeah, it was a good pizza, to be fair. She makes banging pizzas. Xylee, what's up, Sloth? How's it going, Xylee? I'm good. I'm all right. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what everyone's here for because there's a few more people than usual. Um, but yeah, I'm just seeing how everyone's doing, how everyone's weekend was for the time being. I spent it, getting my second vaccine and spending some cool time. I met my niece for the first time, which was really cool. Obviously, she's so small; she's just basically eating or crying or sleeping. So, I can't really do much. But at least with my nephew, I was able to play around with him because he's like 2. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It's really cool, actually. Yeah. And then they've got 2 dogs. So it's been a bit maniacal because there's 2 babies, 3 dogs, including Jess as well. And then Jess is quite jealous. So yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy weekend for sure. But yeah, it's been a good one at least. Angela, I'm excited to be part of the beginnings of a great channel and know that I was here from the beginning. Well, that's extraordinarily nice praise. I feel like that's a bit too much. But thank you nonetheless. It's yeah, that's really nice of you. That's outrageously nice. I'm I've had a lot of people saying really nice things today, so I've got like a quota of like compliments, and I'm dangerously reaching the limit before my brain explodes and I start sweating for no apparent reason. Um, Ms. Maria, pizza does sound good now. So I just had pizza. Everyone's loving the pizza talk from the looks of it. Um, what's your favorite pizza? Well, well, I don't know. I mean, like my mum, the ones that she makes, it has like various different meats, like chorizo, salami, sliced meats and stuff. She also puts in like some spinach as well, which is good. Um, yeah, pretty much like sort of meaty pizzas. I don't really fuck around with anything else, to be honest. What's everyone else's favorite pizzas? That's what we should talk about. I know how everyone loves the food talk in here. Someone posted a ranch pizza on Twitter. Looked gross. Yeah, ranch is not something that we get over here. I've heard a lot of it, but I've never seen. I think that's an American thing, maybe. I don't know. Um, but it doesn't look appealing. I'll put it that way. Just ranch and cheese. Angelo, speaking of food, have you all seen the popcorn salad? No, I've not heard of that. I've not seen it. I've not even heard of it. So I'll have to check that out at some point. Rain, very close to pronunciation. Um, oh, very close. Well, you know what my pronunciation is like anyway, Rain. That popcorn salad was some skip stuff. Oh, skip, right, skip. Right, okay, I get it now. I thought you meant like we just skip that stuff. We don't want it here no more. Rivera, no, what's popcorn salad? Popcorn salad looks vile. Oh, sounds bad. Popcorn mayo salad. Ugh, bloody hell, what the hell? That popcorn salad made me want to vomit. Oh, so it sounds gross then from what everyone's saying. I did that. Looks good. I want to make it soon. Oh, so I don't know who's to be trusted in this chat. Disgusting. Yeah. I was watching, like, a compilation of Scottish people kicking off on the weekend, and that was on there. Obviously, you mean the touch of watercress didn't do it for you? I don't know. I don't know if popcorn is even supposed to have, like, these things with it, is it? I don't know, it sounds rank. "Yeah, dude, you are blowing up. You are gonna be at 1,000 in no time." Um, oh, subs, yeah, well, hopefully, that would be cool. Um, Emmeline, "Where's Kayla at? She should help you out there." Yeah, exactly. No, where is Kayla? I need someone dissing me right about now. I'm not comfortable unless I get dissed by Kayla. Everyone else tries, but it's just not the same. Um, okay, Rain, to make sure it qualified as a salad, probably. Angela, pineapple and ham. I knew someone was going to mention pineapple at some point. I don't hate it as much, but I'm not a proponent of it either. Skip, favorite pizza is chicken, bacon, and ranch. Um, how about just jumped up then, like no one's business. Everyone's saying hello to Kelly. Hello, Kelly. How are you? How was your weekend? How's it going? Um, Skip, Rain, right, lol. In another clip, that lady said some people even had fish. I don't even know what the fuck you guys are talking about anymore. We're talking about popcorn and cress and fish. What is this? You are lucky to have homemade pizza. I usually get fast food. Yeah, I know. I'm very, very lucky. Um, yeah, she's a beast, my mum, with cooking. Um, it's mayo and popcorn with other things. No, that sounds grim, man. That sounds really grim. I just sent you a video, Sloth. Okay. um, okay. Angelo, no, it did exactly nothing for me except evoke goosebumps and gagging sound. Okay. Goosebumps. Shanoa, the only thing other than butter and salt on popcorn that I like is butter, sugar, and cinnamon. Okay, staying in the sugar, the butter realm even. Um, Skip, send him the link, girl. That sounds yummy. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, kettle corn is awesome. Never had it until I moved to Texas. Oh, there's another person here. The Quizite. Qzite? I don't know how to pronounce that, but you are most welcome. Welcome to my ramblings. Kettle corn is awesome. Never had it until I moved to Texas. No, that's not something I'm particularly familiar with either. Have you all seen the Jake Paul allegations going around now? Yes, yes. Am I surprised? Not particularly. Um, Yeah, it's just it's the season for that at the moment, isn't it, really, for these kinds of things coming out, and, yeah, so more power to it, I say. Close enough. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Oh, well, if you don't know how to pronounce it, I don't know how to pronounce it then. I'll just come up with my own pronunciations. Um, I'm going hoarse already. Surprised it hasn't happened sooner. Yeah, sort of. If I'm being totally honest, and yeah, I mean, it's not. I have. What was the thing I said at some point in one of my videos? I have about as much respect for Jake Paul as I have got for a plate of bacteria. To be quite frank, it's not. You know, it, he doesn't. He's not too dissimilar from Dirty Dom in my mind, if I'm being totally honest. And the fact that he's done every other scummy thing that you can possibly think of, and then this is coming out again. It's not exactly too surprising, quite frankly. Yes, and I was totally disgusted with Keem that I had to hide from Twitter today. Yeah, no, do you know what? Right, I've been responding so much to people's DMs. I had so many DMs after the end of last week. It was really crazy to me, in a good way, in the like most positive way possible. But I couldn't believe that. Yeah, I just had so many. So today I've been mostly doing that and going through that and speaking to people and everything. So I've just sort of dipped in and out very quickly onto the timeline, so I've not kept too up with it. But I know Keemstar. Well, let me guess. Without seeing the video, he said something fucking disgusting and obnoxious that you know I'm not exactly surprised that he said it in the end. Is that somewhat near to what I'm thinking? I saw that it was something to do with SA as well, so let's just say it's something that's wildly educated on the subject and just basically said to amass views and clicks. Am I in the right ballpark somehow? Um, Angelo, how this salad was made reminded me of the Facebook feud you made a video of. Oh yeah, that's got 20,000 views, man. Like I'm so surprised that that's gets. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Like the video that I did for a joke and a bit of a piss take, because everything was getting a bit too serious in the drama community. So I did this video to sort of just, I don't know, take people's minds off it, which I sort of realized afterwards that doesn't really work because that just does it for a day maybe. Um, but yeah, that's got like 20,000 views. That's like easily by fucking thousands, by far my best video in terms of views. So it just shows you what people get into and what they don't. It's quite wild. It's cool though. Um, Rain's asking Q what the Q is short for. Oh, Seaman, hello. I didn't expect to see you here. I did see that you posted on that tweet, that video I did earlier, and that was the thing I thought I was going to go through individually and like thank, but then I thought, well, if I just do a stream, then it's probably easier. But yeah, wow, hello, how are you doing? Welcome to my stream of me rambling and bumbling about the place. Hope you have fun. Rain, someone stole my broccoli feud. Yeah, yeah, that one. Everyone's saying hello to human. Broccoli and casserole. She definitely looks like the recipe stealing type. Yeah. Right in the center of the ballpark, Sloth. So often, oh, in terms of Keemstar, Smudge, so often it's the throwaway videos that hit. Yeah, it really is. It really is. It's the videos that you don't put that much effort into that do the best, and the ones that you put a lot of time and effort into do the worst somehow. And even though you have like names that have um you think might like have a bit more attention, I guess you'd say, but like it sounds kind of gross to say that at the same time. Um, it's like say your James Charles or your Shane Dawson's, they do not that great in terms of like if you're a new channel, I think anyway, because I think maybe it's a case of it's been suppressed, maybe. I have no evidence for that, but it's just kind of interesting that if I do something on like a smaller YouTuber, it does really well. And then if you do one on a massive YouTuber, like those guys who are getting into those kinds of situations, it doesn't really do that great, to be honest. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how that works out. Um, let's catch up. Uh, Human, love you all, and thank you, Sloth, for adding your voice to mine. It made my day so much better. Thank you. Yeah, well, it was just like a disgusting situation. Well, it is a disgusting situation. Um, like I said, I'm gonna do a follow-up video. I've spoken to Human about this, so I don't mind saying. I'm doing a follow-up video to it in regards to responses, but I think everyone could sort of maybe appreciate that last week I wasn't in the right frame of mind for that. So yeah, it is coming, but yeah, I just want to be able to do it with a like a you know an even mind to it and do it well. because it deserves it. At the end of the day, it's a topic that deserves that. Um, but yeah, no problems, human. No problem at all. Um, Shanoa, we all stand behind you, human. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. May, if you Google broccoli casserole recipe feud, your video is the first few results. That's so ridiculous, man. That's so ridiculous. Um, Sent you an important question. Oh, did you? Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, no worries at all, Shanoa. That's wicked, May. Yeah, I think we're all sort of caught up now, aren't we? Um, yeah. Okay. So I guess I'll go over it because it's you know, like I said previously, yeah, good one, sure. So yeah, as like a bunch of you probably saw from my video that I put out earlier, um, and my tweet last week, I've had a bit of a, and I imagine the person's probably watching now, so hello. Um, but yeah, I've had a bit of a issue with someone who's been. It's kind of weird actually to say. You got to understand. I didn't think. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a kind of a weird situation. But yeah, I had someone who was basically. Oh, is everything okay? Oh, it looked like it was twitching out for a second. Um, what was I saying? Something vital. No, not that vital, but yeah. Um, yeah, that's right. Okay, so last week I put out a tweet which, was, in fairness, I guess it was a subtweet, is what the kids call it. Um, saying, well, it was directed at someone who basically I've been getting a lot of harassment, would be the only way I can really say it, for a few months, really. And it's it sort of started off, I guess, like anyone does, where someone comes into your DMs and says, you know, like your videos and stuff like this, and starts off nice and everything, and then it sort of would like ramp up progressively. And of course, I'm like, um, I'm one thing with Twitter, you can never tell when someone's being like nice or polite, or sometimes a lot loses in translation. So I give people a bit of license on there, because sometimes I might think you might think something's coming across a certain way, and then they don't mean it that way. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but basically the long and the short of it is, excuse me. Um, this person was just like ramping up progressively, uh, and sort of making me just. You got to understand as well. This is something that I didn't want to. Like I know every fucking YouTuber says this. I didn't want to talk about this necessarily, um, um, today or whatever, because also as well, I'm sort of aware that there's a lot of people that I know, and just on Twitter in general, who are going through some really just some really gnarly stuff, and it sort of seemed a bit like, oh well, you can't like handle that situation, maybe. I don't know. um and it sort of always seems a bit daft when you're saying like, yeah, when you're saying like, "Oh, well, this person is, you know, bugging me too much and whatever." Um, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's sort of like, you don't want to be rude, but then you let something go on for a bit too long, and it becomes a bit too. Um, well, it just like it got to the point where like the person's asking me for like nudes all the time, and stuff, which yeah, it's just like strange, man. I don't know how to you just I don't know if I'm just like I don't know. It's just weird. It's just really weird. And like it's just like all the time and then like sort of talking to you in weird ways and that. But here's the thing, right? I did um the reason why I did that sort of subtweet last week is because I wanted to like just scare that person off because I hadn't like been able to just say, fuck off, will you? you know, because it doesn't matter with someone like that. It doesn't really matter what you say. They always just hear the opposite in their heads. Almost, it's sort of like they always do like a sort of a loop thing, and it's a kind of weird how you can be one um you could just be saying, oh well, actually this isn't really making me comfortable sort of thing, I'm not really into this and all of this, and then yeah, it's they just sort of do like this sort of weird reverse thing in their mind, and they think that's like a bit of the chase or whatever. It's I don't know. It's like by the way, like when I'm smiling, I get nervous. So when I talk about stuff I don't want to talk about, so yeah, that's what that is, I guess. Um, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that it's like the worst thing ever. I know it's not. I know it's not. Um, but like at the same time. It just got to a point where it just really pissed me off. I've had this isn't to say like I've had other people like sort of pop into my DMs and shit and sort of be a bit like that, but then you just ignore them and they fuck off. Um, it's just sort of I figured it was the nature of the business of putting your face out there on YouTube and Twitter and all the rest of it, and um, you would I figured I was probably gonna get some kind of nemesis troll. I never thought I was gonna get that, if I'm being totally honest. So yeah, it sort of caught me by surprise, if anything. Excuse me. Um, so yeah, that's basically what happened. And yeah, like I said, I didn't want to because it seems almost a bit trifle compared to what some other people go through in regards to essay and whatnot. So you know, I guess it's my what I'm saying is it's just I don't want to say anything because you're like you don't want to fucking say anything because you don't want to be like, well, there's this person who just fucking won't sort of leave me alone, but because I guess they like me or whatever. Um, um, but then it gets to a point where it's too much, and then like you can't like, you're like, oh, I don't really want to open my DMs today. Um, and then when you do, it's like, okay, there that is, and then yeah, it just kept ramping up and stuff. So yeah, um, yeah. So I sort of kept it to myself for all of that time. And then, yeah, last week I was just fucking sick of it, to be honest with you. And, I said to the person after I did that tweet, because I'd already, like, I'd already said, but I just like that was like a, whenever you read it back now, I think it's quite mild, but like that was me sort of exploding and just going, "Yeah, I'm sort of over this now, and this person needs to fucking see it." And maybe if I just put it publicly, even though somewhat not saying who it is and whatnot, that person will just sort of do one basically. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping that's what's happened, and you know, I'm not going to say who that person is unless it gets, and this is because I know you're probably watching, um, unless it escalates. And like, if I get any more, and I've said this, if I get any more, then I'm just going to fucking name and shame. And, I think we all saw on Twitter that there's more than enough people who want to fucking hear your name, and know who that is. But I think that that person can sort of maybe make a change. And I think, um, like, I'm willing to let that happen, if you know what I mean. So, despite what people have said, I'm gonna stick to that. That's why I've not said the gender of the person either, because it's like I don't want. I know we've got a lot of detectives in this community, um, and yeah, I just sort of want to give that person the opportunity to sort of realize that they were doing something really shitty, and they they don't have to be like that. They don't have to do that. It's weird. It's a weird thing to do. It's not a normal thing to do. To sort of, there's being friendly, there's flirting, and there's whatever that is. And it's I don't know what the fuck that is, dude. It's just you know whatever, man. It's like, yeah, it's stressing me out sort of talking about it. But yeah, let me catch up on whoa, a lot. Oh shit. Stalky McStalkerson, yeah. Oh, Miguel, hello, what's up? How are you doing? How are you? How's your weekend? How was your weekend, and everything? Human saying thanks to Shanoa. Um, Smudge, some of us can enter DMs without crossing boundaries, subtly pointing to self. Themin, I hope you're holding up okay. Sloth, harassment and stalking is not okay, and it gets really draining. Yeah, I think that's what I got to. Well, I mean, preaching to the choir there, really, aren't I, Themin? But yeah, that's basically where I got to last week, and I was just like, you know what, I can't fucking do this. Like, I've got to make some kind of stamp on this. Um, but still, I just didn't want to. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a bit of an idiot with that one, but I just think that the person could not be that way. Does that make any sense? I think it does, but who's to say that my line of thinking is right? Put your mental well-being always first. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I think as well, taking Twitter breaks as well, because when it gets like you're doing it every day and you're looking at that shit every day, it just like drives you mad, really. Shanoa, I need you to teach me that smudge. I cannot send, I cannot not send flirty DMs. That's funny. Mavira, apologies, that's happening. You don't need to apologize. Didn't do anything. No, I get what you're saying though. Yeah, I need to stop doing that as well. When people say that, I just go, you don't need to. But yeah, I get where you're coming at. Uh, You're welcome, Human. Your channel, talent, and story needs to be seen, heard. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Smudge, put a lot of disclaimers at the beginning, Shanoa. Always tell them they can tell you to fuck off. Yeah. May, it is obvious this is stressful. Much love to you, sir. Oh, thank you. It's yeah, yeah, it has been stressful. But like I said, I'm glad that I had the weekend that I had to, you know, just not think about it really. Emmeline, always remember that your energy is precious. You've got to be careful who you share that with. I'm sorry you had to go through that though. Yeah, I think that's what I've sort of learned is like maybe I was just being a bit too fucking nice. Um, I don't have to speak to every single person who messages me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, especially if there's like a tenuous link. So, so you know what I mean? It's not like like that person's a known person, or like what would I call like not a usual suspect, just like one of the main characters of the community, if you see my meaning. So I need that sexual harassment period, not good. Uh, yeah, no, you're right. Basically, yeah, that's what it is. Basically, um, it's not weird. It's deplorable. Yeah, it's definitely not good. Um, I get it. The familiarity. Some people was to assume you share gets too much and well creepy. Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's another thing as well when you're on YouTube and stuff like that. Is you there's sort of there's less of a barrier between me and you than there would be for someone who is a I was going to say an actual. I'm not a fucking celebrity, but you get what I'm trying to say. That there's less of a barrier between you and someone who's in YouTube and someone who is like a legit famous person. Do you know what I mean? Who isn't on YouTube, let's say. But yeah, it's I think that maybe sort of where the confusion lies is like you can just go and speak to that person, you can speak to that person direct, and it sort of fucks. It kind of, so sometimes it's good. I don't mind speaking to people. This is the thing, but I think sometimes I've just got to be a bit more. Um, um, what would be the word? I just got to be a bit more selective of who I'm indulging with my time, I guess. Shanoa, but when something makes you uncomfortable, it's in your right to say something or do what you need to do, not feel that way anymore. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I've always been quite good at here's the thing, in real life, I don't want to talk to you, I just fucking walk away. In the middle of a conversation, I've been known to do that. So I'll just go, "Oh, no, I've just gotta do something," and I'll just never go back, you know? But yeah, it's because 'cause you're sort of in a and also you gotta understand, I've never, like, blocked anyone the entire time that I've been on Twitter and whatnot. So, I've been having quite a charmed run of it, I guess you could say. um, where I haven't had to block any. If there's people that I don't like, I just don't fuck with them, and they never turn up on my timeline. It's quite good in that way, really. So you sort of get lulled into a bit of a false sense of, oh well, everyone I interact must be sound in some way or some form or another. Um, and well, if that person knows that person, well, then they got to be cool. Obviously not, man. Obviously not. But I think that was just me being a bit too optimistic. Do you know what I mean? And maybe looking at things was I, maybe looking at things with a bit of like a rose tinted sunglasses effect. Smudge, I hope you spoke to someone about it. You don't deserve to deal with this alone. Well, no, I hadn't spoken about it until last week. No, because again, it's that thing of like, I just think that there's people on here. Like, one, I'm the person that people go to with their stuff, so it's not. I'm not. It's weirder, right? When you're the person who now has the problem. That's the thing, and visibly so, where they don't know how to deal with you because you're the one who usually deals with them. So it's just one of those things where you just don't really feel like, yeah, hang about. I've got this thing. It's bothering me. Especially if, like, a lot of people that have dealt with really quite insidious things, in their past and present. So I don't feel like, um, up until the point where I sort of just snapped, I just didn't feel like it would serve anyone, like, I'm the problem solver, so I'm supposed to solve the problem. That's sort of the way I was looking at it. I know that's not a particularly healthy way of looking at it. Um, but again, that's my job. That's my job throughout my whole life with all any set of friends that I've ever had. Um, and that's the way it's always been. If I've had something and then you say it to them, then this all sort of falls apart now because the roles are reversed, and I don't know how to cope with this. Is how they usually are. So it's sort of based on past experience, I would say. Shanoa, I agree with Smudge. Oop. I don't know what the oops for, but oop. um, oh shit, I'm really behind. Fucking hell. Da-da-da-da-da, and you don't need to say who they are as long as they stop. Yeah, exactly. Thing is, usually you ignore or downplay, and it's enough. Some see that as encouraging, but yeah, you said something that's a defined boundary line. Yeah, well, I've definitely drawn that fucking line in the sand now. Mavira, let me just point. I was before, but I just maybe wasn't as you know wasn't that good at like maybe enforcing it, if that makes any kind of sense. Make better choices than they are making now. You are kinder than I, Sloth. I don't know about that. Siley, who is a detective around here? But seriously, dude, I get it. I'm just glad you stood your ground. Xylee, hello, May, by the way. Oh, that rhymed. Angelo, I would have burnt the ground they walk on, and that's just me. But also, good on you for handling this the adult way. Well, yeah, I mean, did you not think like you guys had to know that I knew that I could just throw it out there and it would get absolutely destroyed. Not it, they would get absolutely destroyed. Um, but I don't think that's constructive in this instance. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why. Just sort of trust me. If they really fuck up in the future, then yeah, I mean, you guys can have him. But yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna keep it as it is. Rain, scorched earth, not bad. But if you need someone with a pitchfork, DM me. Just say when. If it's not wanted or reciprocated, then it's a no-go territory. That's it. That's all. Um, exactly, Skip. Yep, Skip. Exactly. Yep, Skip. Yep. 100. Everyone's agreeing with Skip with her wise words. Smudge, I still say send them the link to Nick Carter's OnlyFans. They deserve to be punished like that. Oh, I don't know if anyone deserves that kind of punishment, but Qzite, lol, Smudge. Excuse me. Shanoa, no, Smudge, not the OnlyFans. Rain, people feel more connected to you because you have this forum regarding barriers. Smudge, they deserve it, Shanoa. Nick Carter. God. Rain, he has an OnlyFans. Oh wow, Rain's interested. Excuse me, you need to wash my brain now. Oh no, he's not interested. Smudge, I've seen the evidence with my own eyes, Rain. I'll never be the same. The block button is the shut up button. True. No, Smudge, your poor eyes. I'll buy you new ones. Smudge, I've told you that you can talk to me. The offer is always open, Sloth. Oh yeah, of course, Smudge. I know that. Emmeline, Sloth. It sounds like you need a hug. Sending virtual hug. There. Yeah, it's just one of those things. And like I said, it's like um, before I started a YouTube channel, right? So I did this thing where I was like, okay, I literally stood in front of a mirror and um, you know metaphorically as well, and was like, what is it that a troll would be able to, dissect and just have a go at relentlessly, and so that you can say it to yourself now or like go through it with yourself now and see whether you could actually handle that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that makes sense. It does in my head though. But basically, what I'm saying is like sort of deconstructing yourself down to the points that you feel like other people could, use against you in whatever way, it could be a physical way or your mannerisms or whatever. And yeah, basically see if you be able to handle it before you even start a YouTube channel. I did not predict. I did not predict. I was predicting trolls. I was predicting I was like saying horrendous things to myself in preparation for it, almost. Not out loud, obviously. That would be nuts. Um, but I didn't foresee that one. I didn't foresee the sort of, um, you know, Stalky McStalkerson, to quote Smudge. So, yeah, I just didn't anticipate that at all. So it caught me by surprise. It's not something that I, like, mentally prepared myself for. So now I am, obviously. Um So yeah, Rain, dinner time. Be good, be safe. You too, Rain. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's always nice seeing you on the chat as per usual. Um, Shanoa, just make sure your bed and background is even and level. The boys and the boys will leave you alone. Um, so how about that sports team? What sports team? Bye, Rain. Everyone's saying bye to Rain. Yeah. Yeah, you just sort of yeah, I didn't anticipate that. Um, Poor Bruce. Bruce, what's Bruce got to do with anything? Smudge changing the subject for you. Oh, okay. Um, right. What's up with Bruce then? What you if you're changing the subject? You need to not speak in riddles. Smudge the Sphinx. So how about that sports team? I get what you're doing now. Yeah. Um, but yeah, basically, just to wrap up what I was saying, um, yeah, that's basically the long and the short of it. So if anyone came here expecting tea and all of that kind of stuff, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Um, and so everyone who just stopped by to see how I was, then thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's very much appreciated, and it always will be. Nick and Dustin were always harassing Bruce because his bed was uneven. Oh, was he? Were they? The boys harassed. Oh, right. Okay, you're both saying the same thing. Um, yeah. Well, yeah. Mine's pretty fucking messy right now. So yeah, I guess I'm. I guess this away. Who is Bruce? Yeah, who the fuck is Bruce, Stefan? I just saw the link and clicked. Cool. Well, thank you very much for popping by. I do appreciate everyone who does pop by. My first Sloth live. Yeah, usually it's not so heavy. I try not to be anyway. Because Monday is supposed to be the non-heavy day. It's like everyone's having a fucking gnarly time anyway. Because it's Monday, obviously. But yeah, I usually try to keep it light, but you know, there was no way I wasn't going to be able to not talk about it because you know, I just couldn't. So I just knew that people were going to talk about it. Um, my first author, leave Bruce. Bruce is a drama channel. Okay. Oh, hello. We've got some kind of troll, it would seem. Shanoa. If you could kick them as well, I'll tell you what, Smudge. I'll just so you can work in double time. I'll pop you as a mod too. Well, you can always tell when something's going well when the trolls come. um, oh heavens, yeah. What in the world? Yeah, I'm just being bombarded. It would seem. Yeah, it was a lot. um, I didn't pay for anyone's heart transplant. just, just to put that out there. I've got no money for myself right now, let alone a fucking heart transplant. So, yeah, I'm guessing that was some kind of troll bot that kicked in. Every now and again, it happens. Um, not to that degree. That was a first, in all fairness. Um, but yeah, um, this, yeah, I don't know. That was fucking weird, man, wasn't it? Oh heavens, Snow is busy. Wait, what happened? Creepies, your smudge, lol. Yeah, yeah. So, it is odd, isn't it? Well, the other day we had one where I was doing just doing a live, and then like people were coming in with like it'd be like one person came in with a legit like sad story, and then like these other people were coming in with what were quite blatantly like fake sad stories. And yeah, it's sort of weird how they operate. I'll get it every now and again. I've only got the one. Well, I've got two mods now, obviously, because I've just made Smudge one. I should have made her one a while ago, to be fair. But yeah, I've only got the one, and she's working overtime at the moment. Christ, Devon. Wait, what happened? Oh yeah, I already read that. Yay, lol. That's odd. As far as a troll, that's oddly nice and specific. It was very specific, wasn't it? Yeah, it was extremely specific. Um, like I said, I'll just say again, I haven't paid for anyone's heart transplant. Just be, I'm not going to claim that. That would be rather scummy of me. Um, D had a crazy bot attack one time. Hundreds of bots came in, hung around for 5 minutes, and left. Yeah, well, you two were on the ball. I can't, I can't detract from that at all. Beauty Boomer, hey Shanoa, hey Smudge, first time here. Hello, Beauty Boomer. How are you? How was your weekend? Yeah, we're just chatting and chilling at the moment, seeing how everyone's doing. Talking about trolls at the moment. I'm sure everyone's got a good story about trolls. Emmeline, just remember, Sloth, that you're a beautiful man with a lot to offer. Bloody hell. Sorry, I told you about my um you know complimentary compliment quota. It's reaching dangerously high. I'm cringing in a nice way, but still. This little community helped me get through my breakup to my first date, and I'll forever be grateful for that. Oh wow, that's that's amazing. Um, that's amazing. Yeah. Well, Emmeline, you obviously know that you've been here a long time now, so you're like a of the crew, as it were. Um, yeah, I'm glad to know that that helped you in that time. Really, that's quite. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I sort of forget, and I just, I'm just here like talking nonsense into a microphone in my room, and yeah, and then someone says something like that to me, and it really bowls me over, to be honest with you. So yeah, thank you very much. That's yeah, that's extraordinarily kind of you to say. um, Shanoa, oops, didn't mean the oh face. I had nothing to do with. It was all Shanoa. Oh well, I'll take the mod back then. Smudge no, I'll keep you as a mod. Beauty Boomer, hey Sloth, I'm good. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. How was your weekend? How was everything going? Sorry, I'm still sort of fucked up over what Emmeline said. Um, yeah, it, yeah. Compliments mess with me. One, I'm not good at them, and then when they're very, very nice, it fucks me up. Um, I get commentary community trolls, lol. Yeah. Yeah, I'll bet you do, Xylee, for sure. Um, I've been going to bed earlier, so I've not been going into your um, um, well, I can't remember the name. Stream. Your streams as of late. So yeah, I'll have to pop in at some point. It's just that usually a lot of the streams are after I go to bed, which is why I'm doing mine at well, it's 1 now, but it was around about 12 o'clock when I started. Um, oh, thanks. I enjoy virtually kicking ass. Shnoa Sloth is going to get a big head now. Yeah, I say that to people. Don't give me too many compliments. My head won't be able to fit through the fucking door. Um, Beauty Boomer, can you play us a song? Um, oh, right. Yeah. No, I've actually got to replace the E string on my red guitar, and the other ones are all electric, and it's quite late at the moment, so it would not be appreciated if I started playing that. But yeah, what I said I would do is I'd play guitar when I get to 1,000 subs. So yeah, hopefully that will be soon. It looks like it should be relatively soon. Probably, I wanted to try and get it within the month, but sort of got thrown off with that. Um, but I've got a couple of videos in mind that I think will. Well, obviously the human one that I'm going to do. Um, uh, but yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit. Um, Everyone's saying hello to Rose. I've been bugging him to do that. Rose, I agree. Smudge, I'm hanging in. Um, Angelo, what's the next video you're working on? Oh, you call me Slothstradamus. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, okay, so the Thuman one I'll be doing as a follow up, and I don't know if you would have been in before when Thuman was in, but yeah, basically I messaged her because I wanted to do a follow up to her to the the video I did on the situation to begin with, i.e., all of the disgusting racism that she'd been receiving for drawing herself as a cartoon character. Um, Kiki's delivery service, if that means anything to anyone. That doesn't really to me. So until I found out about it anyway. Um, so yeah, it's like a follow up to that with like the not so much like the more obvious racist stuff that she'd been receiving, but more like the sort of oh well, we're sick of it now sort of comments that she'd be getting, and oh well, you're not now, you're just hamming it on, and you know yeah, just the stuff where they sort of, and some of the comments where they think that they're being helpful but they're not being helpful, or like telling her to like stay off the internet. Her job's on the fucking internet, dickhead. Like of course she's not going to be able to stay off the internet. Her job is online based, asshole. Like, so yeah, I'll be doing a video on that, obviously put together a bit more eloquently than I was putting before. I won't be calling anyone assholes. I've got to mind my language now. Actually, when I'm doing my videos, because obviously, if I'm going to get anywhere, if I get to monetization, then I got to stop swearing at least for the first 5 minutes of my videos, at least. So, yeah, which is going to be a hard one to break. Beauty Boomer, my weekend was a lot of sand dune hiking. Oh, that sounds sick. To be fair, I wish I'd been doing that. Um, you know, I met my niece for the first time, and had my sister's family round, and that was really cool and noisy, but cool. Shanoa, I was just doing the rules again. Smudge, my instructions were powerful. Um, Xylee, yeah, the time difference is something else, lol. Yeah, it can be. Well, I usually go to bed between 3 and 4. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to be a bit better with that, because with me having my second jab, I can go out and get a job without fear of getting sick or getting my mum or my dad sick. Because my mum's got the same thing as me. My old man, he's older and he's got Parkinson's and stuff. So I didn't want um I didn't want any, I didn't want to get them sick or anything. Um, I vote you play Aerials. I can play the opening riff to Aerials actually, but not right now. I haven't warmed up or fuck all, so I don't want to embarrass myself here. Um, I will at some point, right? Oh, okay, I'll tell you what. Next time I will, but like I said, don't. I'm not some fucking Jimi Hendrix, so don't expect that. I'm just subtly, reducing your expectations somewhat. Um, Emmeline, I wonder if you'll play an original song when you reach 1K or just a cover. Yeah, I've got an original song or two. I don't sing, well, not whilst playing guitar anyway. It's fucking hard, man. It's too hard. But yeah, Xylee, I would live to do a collab with you. Yeah, that sounds cool. Oh, you mean love? Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Whenever I read something and it's like, I'm a bit like Ron Burgundy in that sense. I will literally read what is on there, which is why Kayla usually tries to fuck me up with that. And someone else used to as well. Who was that? Oh, Derp. That was it. Um, yeah, I haven't seen them in a little while. But yeah, no, that sounds cool. Just let me know what you want to do it on and inbox me, and I'm down. Sounds good to me. Angelo sounds very informative. Um, yeah, I hope so. Oh, the other video, sorry, because you asked that before, Angelo. The other video I was going to do was oh yeah, because Eugenia Cooney did another video addressing the hate. Um, you know, it's Eugenia is a weird one that I have. I have a bit of a duality of minds when it comes to um, Eugenia. On one hand, I'm like, she just wants the attention because that's sort of a nature of, there we go, part of the nature of what she's obviously dealing with is there is an attention factor to it, but at the same time, I also know that there's a lot of kids who look up to her, and I feel like I can't just let her say everything that sort of that she wants to say. Well, not that I'm stopping her, but I need to sort of put a counterbalance to that where you know it's like how do I put this? So it's why I do videos and I don't do streams when it comes to certain subjects. um okay, so part of it of eating disorders from what I've learnt, and don't I haven't had one, I haven't got one, I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert, but from what I've learnt on it, of Herbs and Altars is a really good YouTube channel that you need to check out if you haven't already. And she talks about this kind of stuff in a way that I've never heard anyone talk about it, quite frankly, which is really helpful for me. Plus, she's British, so and she's like well gothy as well. So it's quite like it's what's she going to look like today, sort of thing. So it makes it quite interesting. But yeah, on top of that, she's really informative and she's very. I think she also writes as well. She's able to like put things in a way that is quite like she's able to tell you a story as opposed to just giving you information. Um, so it's sort of like from what my original point was, it's sort of down to the fact that there is like there's an attention element to it. That's why she does the body check in, and she knows, like, she's not stupid, Eugenia. Like, we need to get that out out of our brain boxes straight off the bat. If anyone thinks that, then more fool you, I'd say. But yeah, so she knows that her videos that do the best are the ones like, say, for instance, last year when she did herself, was it like a Barbie doll or something like that? Was she like a Bratz or a Barbie? Basically the same thing, I guess. But um, it's when she's showing the most of her body off, and of course, we all know what that's like at the moment. So it's like she's aware of that. She looks at her view, she knows that, and so that's why these kind of videos crop up every now and again. She doesn't do them all the time because I don't think she can deal with like just the consistent um hate that she gets, because there is a fair bit of it that is that. But then she's just sort of, the point of the video I was going to do anyway, because she was doing like addressing the haters, was she's addressing like like she's writing it all off as hate, as opposed to um I would say there's more people who are just more concerned. No, so there's like, let's split into it. Right. Obviously, there's a group of haters, because there are with any channel that is of that size. That's just a fact. Okay. Um, and it doesn't matter what that person does or says or whatever, they're always going to be that. And then you have the people who have the good point but put it in a shitty way. So yes, you do need help. You do need these kinds of things. You need to stop putting this kind of um, uh, putting this out there like like it's a healthy and normal thing, but they're saying it in a really shitty way. Okay, and then there are the people who are out there just who are saying it as like, I'm concerned for you. I want you to get help. This is not good for the young kids who are looking at you and thinking that this is a completely normal and healthy way of living. And then also she just like straight up lies as well. She said that she goes to the doctors and the doctors said that she was completely fine. I would be amazed if there was any doctor on this planet who wasn't completely delusional, who would be able to say that, she was completely healthy, in whatever way you choose to look at it. But anyway, yeah, it's like I say, with something like that, it's better that I construct my thoughts a bit better and put it in a video format, as opposed to trying to say it on a stream. Like I said, I'm not, some of us are streamers and some of us are video people. I do this stream just to sort of touch in with people, I guess. Um, do, 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 do. Um, uh, Anybody like Budgie? Budgie? I don't know who Budgie is. Oh, if he's a commentary channel, then I think I might do, actually, but I don't know if I've watched too much of his stuff. If it's who I'm thinking of, but my memory can't be trusted. Beauty Boomer, I'm here from Smudge's tweet. What is your channel about? Oh, yeah, well, Smudge knows answered. He has a commentary channel. You will like his content, Rose. Hopefully, I'm not going to put words in the mouth. Oh, okay. I'm here for that. Shanoa, you will make all the girls and guys swoon. You'll be fire. Okay, right. Xylee, sounds good, dude. Yeah, like I say, just let me know. Shanoa, yeah, we are missing Derp and Kayla. This is true. This is true. And also Matteo and Angelica. Yeah, no, fair, actually. Because Angelica started getting cheeky recently as well, I remember. Um, she well chopsy on the Twitch stream I did. Super chopsy, man. Skippy, Zylie, you play an instrument, been hiding stuff, girl. Um, what channel, Sloth? Of Herbs and Altars. I'll put a link, or I'll, DM you the link to it, Skip, of Herbs and Altars. Shanoa, I have absolutely zero musical talent. My singing scares cats. Scaring cats is a talent all on its own. Exactly. There's a skill to that. No skip lol, a commentary collab, you dork. Yeah. It's funny, right? Because dork is such a, we don't really use that one over here, so it always makes me laugh when, I'm like, "Oh, I know where you're from straight away. You're from on the other side of the pond." Shanoa, maybe that's my talent. Got stray cats, have no fear. Shanoa the cat scarer is here. Emmeline, Shanoa, kitten mittens, meow. Always Sunny reference. Oh, I haven't seen Always Sunny in fucking ages, man. Clawing at your furnitures. Love kitten mittens. Yeah. So yeah. Bloody hell, I'm sweating. That's the thing. When I was talking about that earlier, it stressed me out quite a bit. So, um, yeah, it took me a while to sort of cool down and calm down after that. But yeah, thank you very much. Uh, Hey, Sloth and chat. I love herbs and altars videos on Eugenia. It helps explain so much. Yeah, it does. Yeah, well, that's literally how I found out about it, and the of herbs and altars channel as well. By it, I mean like the sort of deeper side to eating disorders, because it's not something that um I'd had friends who had eating disorders, like growing, in uni and stuff like that, growing up. But it's not something that I knew too much about, if you know what I mean. You just try and be a good friend, you know what I mean. So you don't want to um, assume like you know what it's like or anything. But yeah, I really saw like a different side to it all once I watched the Herbs and Altars videos. There's also another one as well who's really small, excuse me, um, called Soph's Story, and she's British as well. I think she must be like in her early 20s or something like that. And the reason I found out about her is because she um, commented on my last video about Eugenia, and yeah, again, I was able to see another perspective again. So there's a lot of different sides to that coin, to that dice, and it's interesting, but it's something that again, it's like I can only I can only learn about. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that I can say I'm an expert on, because I'm certainly not that. Um, but yeah, it is fascinating. That's the other thing, because yeah, it's just sort of like a I don't know. It's like with anything really. It's like how does that happen, sort of thing. It's because there doesn't seem to be one specific point, which is makes it all the more fascinating, I say. But you know, at the end of the day, it's something that someone's going through, so you can't be like, oh well, it's something to learn from. But it is and it isn't. You know what I mean? It's. But I think you guys see what I'm trying to say anyway, even though I'm not putting it very well. Everyone's saying thanks to Shanoa. Oh, you're putting fucking hell, look at Shanoa putting all the links up here. Bloody hell. And that is why she's my senior mod. That's wild. You're welcome. Everyone's saying hello. Hello to Jen. But yeah, basically. So I'll be doing a video on that on Eugenia. More specifically to do with that video that she put out. Because again, I don't think it's really helpful for her and her audience to just sort of cherry pick the most hateful people, the most angry people out of it all. Because then you can sort of just write it all off as, oh well, it's just haters, isn't it? I sort of hate that term, really, if I'm being honest. But because it's sort of just a way that you can say, well, doesn't matter what the fuck I do, but I'll just keep on doing it because some people won't like it, and it's like there's that to an extent, man, but there's also sort of a reason why you have, like, a fan base of 2,000,000, and, like, a humongous portion of that are constantly bringing you up on this one particular thing. I'd say if people are bringing up one particular thing again and again, it's probably, like, something to look at, you know? But then I don't have 2,000,000 subscribers or anything close, so I can't exactly identify with that. But, you know, it's a weird one. That's why I say I'm in, like, a duality of minds when it comes to Eugenia, because it's like I used to be of the mind of, um, "Oh, well, yeah, she's got this thing and it's not good for her and everything, but she's just like a happy, positive person." And then, I sort of started seeing behind the veil, as it were. And yeah, it's like it wasn't so much positivity anymore because she was totally different at one point as well. That's something to take note of. She wasn't just the whole, "Well, hey there. Oh my God, that's so nice of you to say, but I disagree." She wasn't that. She actually had like a bit of personality to her at one point. Like she had a bit of substance, and she would disagree with people, like actually disagree with people. This is like fucking years ago, man. But like, I mean, you have to really look at old footage, and she doesn't even look the same. Um, to see that Eugenia, because she's just sort of built this character where it's like if I'm just the nicest person, which I suspect was there to begin with as a element of her personality, and then when she got um sort of ousted from YouTube and then brought back again by Shane Dawson, giving her the second wind, so to speak. um I think she was just like, for fuck's sake, I just don't want to you know, be in that same position. I'm just going to be extraordinarily nice, or at least my perception of it, so that people don't come for me, I guess. But it's having the sort of opposite effect because she's never addressing the actual issue. The actual issue being, she, well, let's just call a spade a spade. I mean, her eating disorders got as such that I don't think, like, I've never seen anything like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it without sounding like a bit of a cock, so I'm not going to say it. But no, it will just say, like, I think it's self-evident what her problems are. I can't talk about Eugenia. I'm too scared to. Well, do you see the tightrope that I'm walking on? It's sort of it's that thing, but at the same time, it's I think, yeah, I think you sort of got to really in a way, like not you, but like people in general. Um, Pastel Bell, she was doing a good job of it, but she's having a few problems with her channel as of late. Um, so yeah, yeah, I don't, that's a strange one as well. I need to look into that a bit. Um, but yeah, who's the other person? Oh, Sloan. Sloan did fucking loads of videos on her, and he was actually um had like a big back and forth at one point, sort of through moderators and all the rest of it. But at one point, he was bringing out at least like a video a day. I remember. I was thinking, this could have the reverse effect of what you're seeking here, man. And I think it sort of did, because you can just get palmed off as a bit of a bully. But I don't know. It's sort of a strange one with Sloan. Again, I won't say that, but oh fuck it, I will. Um, right, I've followed him since the point he was at like tens of thousands to the point that he got like hundreds of thousands, and within that time, I'm just gonna say that he did, because it's a cast iron fact, and you can have a look at my numbers throughout the points of my videos, and I didn't realize this until the second video I did, and it's not why I'm doing the third. Um, but you're basically guaranteed to get a lot of views, as per channel size, I guess, unless it goes viral, but I don't think it's going to be in a Eugenia video these days. Um, it's more or less like very likely that it's going to get a lot of views for per channel size. And he did a lot of Eugenia videos in a very short spell of time, and his channel got fucking huge, like off the back of it. He went from like I say, he was complaining that his I'm not shitting on him for this. I'm just saying that there is a direct correlation, and a lot of people have noticed it too. That if you do videos on Eugenia, then the fucking viewers come. That's just a fact because she is such a polarizing figure, um, and so many people are and like more so almost than like Shane Dawson or any of these people, because people can like see a Shane Dawson video and they'll fucking take it or leave it unless it's like a really good one, like a D'Angelo sort of thing. But with a Eugenia video, everyone is going for every single Eugenia video. It's kind of bonkers, really. So yeah, it's an interesting correlation, and I guess if I do this video, and because I've got stuff to say about it, that's why I'm doing the video. Um, because I just feel I didn't really see anything about it as well last week, so that's sort of concerned me a bit. No one really did any counterpoints, or maybe everyone's just sick of it. I don't know, but yeah, it's sort of just find it. It's an interesting one. Let me just put it that way. It always will be, unless she gets to the point where she gets better. Um, yeah, she does get other channels attacked and strikes them if they talk about her. The picking up the makeup box blows my mind, and every time she gets, sorry, I only laugh because I know exactly what you're talking about with the makeup box. Yeah, I watched a video on, what are they called? Love Eugenia. I think it's called that. A compilation of her picking up this humongous, I mean, it's massive, um, makeup box. And this is someone who's got to weigh about as much as my leg, and I'm just amazed by it. Like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean by that, Jen. And every time she gets a donation on Twitch, it's wild. Yeah, it's an oddity. I'll put it that way. Shanoa, yeah, I saw that too, Jen. Totally weird. Picking up the makeup box. Yes, much. It sounds strange, but yeah. Oh, yeah, Shanoa's explained it. And move it, and men would donate to her for doing it. It's like I didn't know that bit. I didn't know that there was that bit. I knew about her picking up the makeup box, and that was like a weird, because it's so huge. I thought that's what people were with. Oh, that's dark, man. Fuck's sake, dude. It's just like nothing isn't just it's just like people insert just weirdness into absolutely everything, don't they? Shanoa, she would, yeah, oh, sorry, I read that. Jen, Sloane's videos are good too, but I get it. It can be too. It can sometimes be too much. Yeah, well, it's just like there was a lot in a very short spell of time, and you can get accused by YouTube themselves of like picking on someone if you do that many videos. So he's lucky he got away with it in a way, because there's people who do videos, far less videos in a far longer span of time, who've been told that they're picking on another channel, which is weird when that's the case. But here we go. That is weird. Yeah, it is weird. Skip, what's going on with Pastel Bell's channel? Oh, she was she was convinced. I'm not sure how true it was. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying I haven't seen the proof, but then I'm not going really looking for it. But yeah, last time I checked in, she was having an issue with. I think it was if she mentioned like Eugenia or Shane in her videos, or in the tags, or in the Um, like she was having to like bleep them out because YouTube would just wouldn't upload the video at all, like for love nor money. Um, and yeah, it's a bit of a strange situation. I was gonna do a video on that myself, but um, yeah, it's sort of like I didn't really have enough information. I felt to be able to. I guess I could ask her. That's be the other thing, but I always assume. Um, well, like with human, I messaged her to see if it was all right to do the second video because I didn't want to seem like I was like speaking for her or anything. Um, didn't expect for her to message me back because I never do when it comes to bigger creators. Certainly didn't expect her to, put a message, reply to my tweet or come into my weird little stream. Do you know what I mean? So it's I just always assume that like people aren't, you know, I'm too small or that or something of that nature. Um, I don't like it to fetish shame, but that's just weird. Yeah, I mean, I'll just call it what it is. That's a very specific one. I'll put it that way. It's very specific, and I think it is kind of weird when the person is as ill as they are. But I don't know. That could just be my own, you know, funny ways. A spider just bit my leg. Oh shit! Hope you're okay. It's not like poisonous or some. Oh no, if you're in Canada, they're probably not really, is it? But yeah, I hope you're okay. That's bizarre. Jen, after Pastel, Bell posted about the petition to deplatform Eugenia. It seemed YouTube wouldn't let her upload videos anymore on EC. Um, Skippy, Smudge, Spider Woman. Yeah, yeah. Have you got any powers now? Yeah, you're basically right there, Jen. Yeah, that's basically what it was. But I think it was also Shane Dawson too, but I'm not sure if it was just because she was saying Shane Dawson in the title. I can't remember now if I'm being totally honest. Um, she's got a good Twitch channel, Pastel Bell. It's nice and chilled. You should go check it out. Uh, Skippy, weird. Yeah, it was weird. But I don't think it's still ongoing. I'm gonna message her. I'll do it. Fuck it. I'll message her and ask her. you know, I don't see any reason why not. Because it is weird. I didn't want to. Yeah, that was a weird thing to happen. I think as well, maybe the reason why other people have been talking about it because they don't want it to happen to theirs because it does seem kind of unique. But I've had a bit of a thought for a while, and let's all put our tinfoil hats on here. I may have alluded to it earlier anyway, but yeah. So any video that I've done, you know, involving James Charles, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, um, those three in particular, I would say, um, never do anywhere near as well as I imagine it probably would, and that's like doing it in good time, keeping it under 10 minutes. Um, Oh, David Dobrik was another one, although that was 20 minutes, but then that was two apologies at the same time, to be fair. But yeah, so I've got a theory where, the larger channels, if they're doing stuff on those kinds of, people, then of course they're going to, get more views because, they're bigger audiences. So they're more likely to get that towards their channel. Um, But I think with the smaller ones, the reason why it's harder for those to sort of, clear a certain amount of views is because there probably is some kind of like suppression being done by YouTube. Um, I've got no proof for that. I'll just say that straight up. It's just been my thought and my theory, but I've had it for a while. I've had it for about a year since Shane had his initial um, cancellation party, let's say. So, and it seems to be with the certain types of um, what do you call it? Um, YouTuber. It seems to be with this, they've got to have like certain things going on with them, i.e., you know, it's usually to do with like essay or like, things of this nature. So it's it is interesting how that seems to be the case. But then, yeah, like I said, I've got no fucking evidence for that. It's just a trend that I've noticed with myself personally and the videos that I put out. So, but if I do a video on, fucking broccoli and casserole, I get 20,000 views. So, yeah, there's definitely something a bit askew with things. Um, um, I think with how things are, searched for and all of the rest of it, or at least how they come up in terms of that. Um, but it happens a lot. It happens a lot with videos. Videos that you think that are going to be, cast iron. Like this one is going to do well because it's a topic that everyone's talking about. Never really the case. You know, bringing it up, seems like I'm sort of harking on because she turned up in the chat earlier, but it's not the case. It's just because it's a good example and it's happened recently with humans, right? That video still gets a good amount of circulation. I mean, I think at first, like the initial injection was the fact that I think she retweeted it, um, which she didn't have to do. I wasn't looking for that in the slightest. Um, but that keeps getting a good rotation in terms of like views per day. Um, so it's just kind of interesting to me how, what I would call maybe like a medium-sized YouTuber, if we're going from the scale of million to, me, how like someone in the hundreds of thousands can bring in more than someone who has millions, if you know what I mean, in terms of views. I don't know. It feels a bit gross using that as an example, but I think you see my point. Um, let's have a look. Calamine lotion. Oh, for the spider. Matt made me a BLT. I feel better now. That'll do it. That'll sort it out. So human and broccoli casserole are your sweet spots, lol. Yeah, well, as gross as that sounds, yeah. It's not that though. It's not that. My point was, it wasn't human. It was I just used her as an example. It's people in medium-sized YouTubers are more likely to get your videos views than the ones who have millions. Weirdly enough, it's possible. I saw an article today about Google suppressing certain search terms for months and months. They own YouTube, so they can have and would have. Um, in my opinion, yeah, this is what I was thinking. I actually brought it up like last year. I don't think I like out loud to people, but like the people that I knew, but I didn't bring it out loud on my platform. But yeah, like I do think that is the case. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't at the end of the day. Um, you know, it's just it's just funny. Yeah, like I said, it keeps happening. Part of it is that people have their favorites and they go for big YouTube drama. They have voices they trust. Some don't like to search out new content for big stories. Yeah, I mean that's definitely part of it, I think. Um, but I mean, just in terms of the analytics of it all, um, you would get like sort of you would get more of a spillover, I think, than what we're seeing. Um, Again, it's fine. I'm gonna keep putting out my videos. I don't give a fuck. Like at the end of the day, it's just one of those things. Uh, but yeah, it's just a trend that I noticed. At the end of the day, it's um, not whinging, not bitching about it. I'm just saying that it's like, you know, I think the point I made originally was the fact that Eugenia is the one who subverts that because the people who are like looking for stuff on her are so many and so far, and so consistent. Um, Whereas, like, say with other stuff, like you say, that a big part of it would be like, say, with the James Charles thing. That's a story of the moment, as opposed to Eugenia, which is a story of the you know YouTube sphere, like a consistent YouTube sphere. So yeah, um, but yeah, it's a strange one. It's a strange one. It's one that you're always trying to figure out, and none of it makes sense. I mean, I saw Kavos today said that his video, his Deaf Noodles video, was like, you have like a scale of 1 to 10 out of videos, most recent videos and how well they've done. And his Deaf Noodles one was on like 10 of 10, which it always happens when, at the point he was making was the videos that you think are going to do the best do the worst. Um, I didn't think that a Deaf Noodles video was going to really be crazy for him, to be honest. Um, but yeah, it's whatever, dude. Um, I better might as well give my opinion on Deaf Noodles as it is, as it stands. Um, as we're talking about him, I I used to watch his stuff a lot, but for me, it's a simple thing of the voice got irritating. So, um, and like the whole, the satire and the, real, I I saw that was getting prickly for him at one point where he's like trying to write it all off as satire, but he's actually using real events, and that's like quite spicy, man. Like, it's like, if you're looking to report something as fresh information, but then you're like, oh well, it was just satire. So it's it's a bit weird. It's not like, I don't dislike Deaf Noodles, but I'll be honest with you. Um, I just saw Gilbert Godfrey there. Yeah, you'll be defied to find many Brits who can stand that voice, that Gilbert Godfrey voice. There's really not many. I've never heard of one. I'll put it that way. Um, and yeah, it's sort of that, "Hey, wise guy," sort of thing. It's yeah, we're not big on that over here. So yeah, like at first I thought it was a character that was eventually gonna fade off, but yeah, he sort of doubled down a bit, and I think I just got sick of it. I can't, like, say for instance, I can have Ready to Glare's um videos on in the background. I usually like will listen or watch stuff going on in the background, when I'm doing stuff or playing games or whatever. I could have Ready to Glares on all day. In fact, I have. I've ran out of stuff to fucking watch of hers so many times that I'd have to leave it for a long time and then do do a watch through again, because I just cane it too easily. Same with Creep Show, and any of those kinds of people. Um, So for me, like having like that voice going on in the background, it does my fucking head in after a while, if I'm being honest. But I don't have anything against him, like these other boys seem to. Um, but yeah, I haven't watched these videos. I'll have to watch them at some point. But if it's just like a load of like, commentary boy wanking themselves off because they think they got one over on someone that isn't like them, then yeah, I imagine that I'll be in for a bit of a long one. It's possible I saw an article. Oh, I already read that. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Exactly, Smudge. I usually don't see that content on new channels unless someone I already follow recommends them. Yeah, May, I think once a story can make national news due to the size of the channel, YouTube suppresses a bit more to keep their name out of the news. I think I think you're pretty much dead on, to be fair. Um, Sounds like DBD logic doesn't apply. Dead by Daylight, yeah. His voice has a Gilbert Godfrey. Yeah, I read that, and yeah, that's what sort of spurred me on to my point. Shanoa, I don't know how much about this Deaf Noodles things. Did he fuck up? I think he's gotten a lot of stuff inaccurate, or like it seems to me that he's sort of maybe in a bit of a rush to um sort of be that guy on YouTube who's coming up with, you know, new things all the time, but he always like, he sort of tries to present it like in a bit of a jokey manner. However, when you're sort of doing that with people who are saying that they are victims of James Charles, and then it says like hashtag joke and hashtag meme on there, and it's proven that the person is taking the piss, then I think you need to sort of start giving your things a little bit of a once over again before posting it, just to be the first one to post it. Do you get what I'm saying? Um, Smudge his foot. Oh yeah, no. Why do I keep reading the same thing? Beauty Boomer. I follow Death on Twitter, but can't watch him. Yeah, same. That's the thing. I think with him, it's just a case that he needs to sort of, yeah, he just needs to tighten it up a bit when it comes to posting stuff on that Twitter. Because I'll be honest, a lot of the time, when I first started, I was sort of using him as a springboard for, because he always brings up the new stuff. But now I sort of have to reevaluate. Like I certainly don't like take it at face value, which maybe at one time when I was just starting off on the channel, I maybe did, because I thought his stuff was sound. But it sort of teaches you a lesson. If you're doing a channel yourself, you should never just take what someone says as fucking gospel. To be fair, I stopped doing that pretty quick into it, into doing videos, to be honest. So unless it's like a video to react off that he's posted, but yeah, with his actual posts, yeah, no, I don't think so, mate. Same Rose, I try every once in a while, but it's hard. It's the voice. It's the voice. Running Bear, hey, how are you? I'm good, Running Bear. I love your name, Running Bear. To be fair, how are you doing? How are you feeling on this lovely Monday? Smudge, hey, Running Bear. Shayna, how are you? How's it going, Shayna? How is everyone doing? I can't believe we've got new people coming in at this point in the game. You've missed all the spicy stuff. No, I'm joking. No, there wasn't anything spicy, as it were. Just sort of had to clarify. I follow his Twitter because he really keeps up with all the drama. And drama, I would have all the drama and drama. I would have no idea about if it wasn't for him. Yeah, so that's a good point. He's like, he is sort of on the pulse with a lot of stuff, but maybe he's just going to learn that he has to, yeah, just read and read again, sort of thing, before you post something. Before I put a video up, I fucking rewatch it just to make sure that there's no fuck ups in it. Do that for your thing that you're posting as news, but then sort of hiding behind satire when it gets a bit too real for you. And then no one would have a problem. I think what it is that when you make a bunch of mistakes, and then you're sort of at the opposite end of those commentary boys, then you're just gonna open yourself up for. They're gonna do a video on you sooner or later, so you just might as well make sure that your ship is pretty fucking tight of any what do you call it, any leaks, as it were. I'm good, you. Hey, Shanoa. I'm great. Having a wonderful day. Was having a wonderful day. Smudge, damn it, stupid autocorrect. Hi, Shane. Saying hello to each other. Running Bear. I don't trust most drama channels. Adam McIntyre, or is it McIntyre? I can never tell. Is a horrible channel. He posts like 5 videos a day, and they are annoying. He doesn't really make good videos. Nothing fun or interesting. Do you know what? Since that stuff to do with Colleen, I've never touched this channel. Not because of the thing with Colleen, but I just feel weird watching videos of people that young, if I'm being quite frank. Because I mean, this big thing was that he was underage at the end of the day. I'm not really in the business of watching underage kids on videos, to be honest with you. So I don't even know who that is, Running Bear. Yeah, well, I think you know him if you saw him, but yeah, he was down as yeah, so that's a big mess. I'll explain it to you later. That's a lot to get into. Oh, incidentally, that incident is what I was going to do my first ever video on, um, but it just developed into too much craziness too quickly, and I was still learning how to fucking edit. Skip, bad info slash lazy research is a reputation that's hard to shake once you've been labeled as that. Yeah, that's why I sort of do videos that are based on I make it a very big point that this is my opinion. Um, and not try to make myself seem like some kind of news source because I'm just I'm just voicing my opinion on things that have been seen. So I mean, I can like evaluate it at any given point if it is wrong, or the information was sus, but we've only found that out later on. It sort of leaves me that wiggle room, I guess. Shanoa, yes, I watched one of his deaths videos, and he dissed pickle ice cream. How dare he? Didn't even know that was a thing. I clicked off right away. My God. Running Bear, Adam McIntyre. Adam is bloody annoying. Only cares about the YouTube money, so he posts 5 trashy videos a day. Um, well, he's not too dissimilar to some drama channels, it would seem. um, Zylia, amen. Skip. Shanoa, oh, I didn't eat that last pickle at dinner last night, and my husband threatened to take away my pickle queen status. May, don't take that. Fucking stand up for yourself. May, you absolutely can't run to Twitter with bad info about something so serious. He has really gotten sloppy lately. Yeah. So yeah, I suspect then that I'm right in assuming what those videos were about. Then, yeah. So I mean, it got to a point where he I don't know. It just sort of seemed like he ramped it up at some point where he wanted to be the guy that everyone gets all their information from in regards to these kinds of things. And that's when I started noticing a lot. Um, yeah, it just like stuff was a bit funky. Like I used to post this stuff quite a lot. Um, he is sensitive, mind. I will say that he is sensitive. Hey, I've done a video fucking standing up for the guy, so I'm not like I feel like I can say whatever the fuck I want right now, because at that point in time he thought he was getting demonetized by or like shadow banned or whatever the terminology was at the time by YouTube. He thought he was getting fucked over, to use the technical term, by YouTube. And I just basically said, well, it seems a bit unfair considering how um, problematic a lot of other channels who do the same kind of content have been and are and continue to be. Um, and I think it's a bit fucking rich that someone who is, you know, who is very inoffensive is getting this kind of treatment. Really, I don't think it's fair. And then, you know, he, uh, yeah, he just sort of, just yeah. I think unless you're just like out and out. Oh, that was the thing. I sort of said he was like. I don't know. I think I made some like castaway comment or something like that. But yeah. Anyway, the point is, at that point in time, I thought he was doing all right. Um, and then it turns, he just got to a point where he just got sloppier and sloppier. I think he wants to get like 10 news items, and it's debatable when it comes to news. Sometimes I'll be honest with you, some stuff I'm like, this is proper shit. Why are you even telling us this? But it's all in the I can see what he's doing. He's trying to build his empire, and this is just what anyone does on YouTube. At first, you try and build your audience base, and then when you get to the about 500,000 mark, then you try and build your empire, and that's just where he's gotten to, and that's where everyone fucking. It's sort of like a thing that everyone follows eventually. Um, hilariously almost. It's got quite interesting. But yeah, it's he needs to watch himself because if you've got those fucking boys on your neck the whole time, then I don't think it's going to be very fun for him. I'll put it that way. Do 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 do. You Terence. Oh, Terence. Hello, Terence. Terence the bastard. Evening all. Skiffy. He used to run Colleen Bollinger's social media. Some weird stuff went on with her sending him gifts through the mail. It was odd. Gifts is a yeah. That's just a very PC way of putting it. Shinoa, he must not do a ton of research then because he posts non-stop on Twitter and there doesn't seem to be time to really look into it before the next tweet comes out. Yeah, bang on, bang on. Literally it summed up what I was saying much easier than how I was saying it. Oh, that Adam, he's a weirdo. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's yeah, that's yeah, it's strange. Let me put it that way. It's strange. I should I say that? No, no, I don't think the world's ready for that one. Just let me just say that, like, even off the back of the Colleen thing, I thought there was something a bit strange about that dude. Not in terms of what Colleen was like to him, none whatsoever, or even how he interacted with her necessarily. But I noticed something that no one else seemed to fucking notice afterwards, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Otherwise, I'm gonna have people on my fucking case, and I can't be asked. So everyone's saying hello to Terence the bastard. Natasha is here as well. Pickles, we're all getting pickled. It would seem. Def needs a better news team. I think it's just him. If I might be wrong, but I think it is just him from what I know, which would explain it. But yeah, he kind of like who the fuck is he? If he's hired people for that, if he has people who he is paying in some form or another, and they're giving him that, then I'd fuck them off immediately, man. Natasha, oh no, someone banned Terrence. It's like he's turning into Sanders Kennedy. He wants to always break the story. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. That could definitely be said. That is a very apt comparison, actually. That was funny with Sanders' video mine when he came back. I haven't heard anything from him since, but I haven't been looking, to be fair. But that was very interesting. I thought he was testing the water. That's my personal opinion of that Sanders Kennedy fucking video. Terence, oh no, Natasha is here. Hey Natasha, never Natasha. Shayna, who are we talking about? Oh, Def Needles is who I was talking about. This mod's not doing their job. His mods. Shake my head. Shano was saying about Def Noodles. That's a tough crew. That's after death. Yeah, that's why I think unless you have minerals and you have backing, then it's hard for anyone to sort of go back at those guys, to be honest. And if your whole stance is because he like Def had the drama community behind him at one point, but one thing that they don't tolerate is shitty information. That's the thing. See, he's not saying here's my opinion on this. He's saying this is fucking information, and then going, oh well, if it's wrong, it's satire. Did you get what I was picking up on then? No, dude, because you just fucking posted a video saying that this was a new sexual assault victim of James Charles. Of course, that's not satire, dickhead. You don't know what satire is. Clearly, like I'm from the UK. We know what the fuck satire is, bro. Don't you come here and tell me what satire is. But yeah, no, you're right, Siley. Terence is laughing out loud. Shayna, oh, Running Bear, oh my god, not Sanders Kennedy. Yes, Sanders Kennedy. The hilariousness that is Sanders Kennedy. May exactly skipped. In my opinion, he needs to not take the barrage of submissions and get a proper team. Yeah, he does. He's gotten to the point where I think he could do it for sure. Oh, that's him. I remember that story, but I didn't recognize the face. Oh, that's Smudge just saying that of Adam, I'm assuming, because Deaf Noodles is everywhere. We all recognize or name. Yeah, you wouldn't because the thing of the Adam Akinta thing is you wouldn't because at one point he was. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say it, bro. Smudge or name, Xylee, say it. Nah, dude. Um, no, it's uh, no, it's I haven't got. Well, I guess I have. I don't know. Xylee, Def Noodles can pay me to be on his team. I'm just saying. Yeah, but then you'd be on a team of like, oh, you. I thought you meant like like in some kind of like fight against the commentary boys. If you mean like as a um, what do you call it, researcher, then yeah, I think you'd be pretty fucking good at it. To be fair, Xylee. Uh, Smudge, people send him stuff, but I doubt it's people he pays. No, and a lot of them I see are like anonymous as well. Running Bear, can't wait to see you get 1,000 subs. Yeah, thank you. There's a few people have said that tonight. Yeah, yeah, me too. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just about hit my compliment meter. There's only so many compliments I can take, and then my head explodes. No, thank you very much, Running Bear. I do appreciate it, and I can't wait either. It's going to be sick. It's once I get to that point, I'll have a like my community bar or tab or whatever the fuck it happens to be, and I can actually speak to people on YouTube face to face, and they don't have to go through Twitter. I don't have to rely on Twitter so much to fucking be my way of like keeping up with the people who are actually watching my videos because I've got like you know what was it now? Is it like I can't remember what number I'm on. But anyway, about 800. So I've got about 200 odd, maybe 250 subs. So there's only a small fraction of people I actually get, and not all of these people are actually watching my shit. So yeah, it's all about the community bar for me right now. I'm really looking forward to that, and then I can like see what people actually want in terms of videos and shit like that. I wouldn't mind doing the Sloth Sunday videos again. I keep threatening that, but I don't I don't do it for some reason. Skip. Breaking the story is very different than creating the story yourself, so you can report on your own scoop. Someone said it. It wasn't me, but it was someone in the fucking room. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Skip. Yeah, well, I think this is sort of something that a lot of people become victim of when they are the face of news or drama or whatever you happen to be. Um, well, basically, everyone starts fucking blowing up your own head. Well, here's what it is: you start smelling your own farts and telling yourself it's perfume. That's basically what it is. And I feel like maybe he's gotten to that stage. He's not too far gone at all, but I feel like yeah, he could. If he kept going the way that he's going, he's going to fuck himself over. Quite frankly, in my humble opinion. Shinoa, British humor as a whole equals sarcasm. Exactly. This is what we're built on. If you haven't noticed, I'm halfway in that fight with the convoys. Lol. I think you were away with the last fight. Probably. I know you've had a few of them, but I just sort of assume that's like an ongoing thing. But yeah, you want to do it for yourself. You don't want to do it on behalf of someone else. Especially someone who's getting their fucking information wrong. So yeah, that's a big reason why I can't wait to hit 1,000 for the community tab. Yeah, I can't wait. That's gonna be sick, man. I'm really stoked for that. People are like, oh, 1,000 when you get monetized. Listen, I'm aware that to begin with, you get pennies anyway, so I don't give a fuck about that, quite frankly, to be honest. It's not like as soon as I get to 1,000, then, you know I'll be like, "Oh my god, I can retire." I know that's not the case. I just want that community tab, and then phase 2 can begin, as it were. Um, as for death, if you're someone who shares breaking stories, you will get stuff wrong sometimes. The excuse for getting it wrong can never be poor research. Yeah, I mean, it's the one that I've seen, so I'm harking back to it because it's the one that I saw most recently. Him putting a video up that says hashtag meme, hashtag joke, or whatever the fuck it said. Basically, hashtag I'm taking the piss, and putting that out there like it was fucking fact. Dude, you could at least look at the video first. Do you know what I mean? That's slovenly on your part. So that's why I've never made myself out to be some kind of like news channel, as it were. And on Twitter, I'm basically having a fucking laugh and giving my opinions. And if people don't like that, like I said, if you don't like it, you can fucking leave, dude. Leave. No one wants to know. Like, it's I'm not here going and the news at 10. Siley, my farts are perfume. All right. Ooh, Xylee. Twitter is trash. I got banned in 2018 because I got attacked and was defending myself. I'm the one that got in Twitter jail. Yeah, so it seems like something that's occurred to a lot of people. I think Instagram's a bit fucking worse these days, to be honest with you. Just going off what happened with Thuman. It seems a bit like strange to like house certain ideologies, let's say. But yeah, I get what you mean, man. Twitter is sort of bullshit a lot of the time. If it weren't for the fact that there's some people on there that I like, so I'm sort of selling it short. There's a bunch of people that I like on there, and it was sort of something that was kind of necessary in ways for my channel. Then yeah, I wouldn't fucking have a Twitter, you know. But I'm too deep now, I've got people that I do like, and I speak to pretty much daily and shit. So it becomes kind of weird, um, you know. But I mean, in terms of speaking to the audience, direct, as it were, yeah, I can't wait for that tab. That's going to be sick. I really can't wait for that. I feel like it will sort of up everything a bit more, and I'll be able to, yeah, just sort of cut through the bullshit. Um, Xylee, it was a joke. Oh my god, Terence. Sure. I think you should actually tweet with that, Xylee. Yeah, tweet it with no context. That'd be funny. Terence, news at 10, BS at 10:01. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Well done, Terence. You made me laugh. Xylee, lol, skip. And if you get a story wrong, you should post a correction slash update, not delete. Yeah, exactly. Listen, I fucked up, is what you should say. Listen, I posted that post before. What a dickhead am I, Can't believe I didn't see that. Sorry about that. I'll try not to fuck up in the future. Peace. I could write it for him. Like, that's the thing, see. But YouTubers, right? They all, I think you become more thin-skinned the more followers that you get. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that is a thing that inevitably happens. We all like to think that it's not going to happen to us who have channels, if we get to that level, that is. But I think it's going to happen at some point. Do you know what I mean? Where you sort of think a bit too much of yourself and you need to be brought down somewhat. Again, there are some people who are exceptions to the rule, but the fact that they're sort of exceptions sort of proves that the rule exists. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I think about that. Xylee, I refuse to Insta. Yeah, I can't be fucked with that. What am I going to do? Just take photos of myself and just go. posting now. Like, I don't know. It just with Insta, see, it seems weird because I'm not like, see, there's people where it like makes sense to have an Instagram. I don't get me wrong, I've got my own Instagram, but like, for the channel, I just don't feel like it makes a lot of sense. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I probably won't. I don't feel the need. Sounds about right, Terence. Terence, that's why I. Oh, amen, says Xylee. Terence, that's why I never delete a tweet. I'd rather stand by my stupidity, uh, right or wrong. Yeah, I don't think I've ever deleted anything myself either. Yeah, I don't think so. I've never felt the need. That's the thing. It's yeah, but then I've not really got into any fracases with people. You know? um, no one's really fucked with me to that degree. If I'm being like other channels, that is obviously. Um, but yeah, you know, still time, I guess. Shanoa, I don't Insta either. Smudge. And texting would get damn expensive. Lol. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, I don't need to be texting everyone all the time. Terence, I have Insta that I've never used still. Shanoa, I delete my tweets and pray people forget, but they aren't bad, just cringe. I was gonna say, like, what are you posting? I can't see it being too like crazy. Running Bear, it will also be fun to have donation buttons on your lives. Hashtag money. Oh, I didn't know that came in with that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel that would be weird. Cool. I'm so bad with anything like that, man. Yeah, no, that would be decent. Obviously, um, I don't know. Everyone's sort of a bit strapped for cash at the moment, so I wouldn't expect them to give me money for just listening to me witter on. Skip. But yeah, I appreciate what you're saying there, running better though. I do. I get what you're saying, but yeah, that's just my own not being able to take compliments. I always sort of weasel my way out of a compliment. It's weird. It's a weird thing to do. Shanoa, be right back. Putting the kiddos to bed. Yeah, of course. Obviously, no worries. Skip. Well, the issue that makes deleting irresponsible is that some people may only ever see the original post. They're out there with bad info and may not know it. It's annoying. Yeah, no, of course. It's yeah. It's sort of why, when people are like, man, can we have like an edit button on here, please? I hope they never fucking get an edit button, to be honest with you. I'd rather have the odd typo than people sort of weaseling their, their, oh, well, no, I didn't say that. I actually said this. And, oh, well, if you check it again, you'll see that it's different. You know that's going to happen, dude. Like, absolutely. Smudge, is it thin-skinned or does the hate grow exponentially to the point you can't take it anymore? Um, that's an interesting theory. I think it's a bit of both, if I'm being honest. I think it's a bit of both because um, I think when a lot of people start off their YouTube channels, they are just they desperate for like any morsel of attention. So if someone happened to do a video on them, not that they usually would, because they're a small channel, unless they've gotten into some kind of personal beef with that particular channel, it doesn't, it's not something that, how do I word this? Yeah, it's not something that um, it can only do you good to have more exposure. However, if you've got someone doing an expose on you when you're a bigger channel and you have more subs to lose and you can lose subs by the thousands as opposed to the tens, I think it probably, you know, that thin-skinned aspect probably comes into it that I was saying. Um, but yeah, no, you're right. I mean, like I say, you can't just say everything that Eugenia. To take this example, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole for too far. For an example, she's done a video saying addressing the haters. I'm not going to pretend like she hasn't got any fucking haters, because that would be insane. Like, of course she does. Any channel of any size has haters. I imagine I've got someone who, like, as small as my channel is, someone fucking hates me for some reason. I expect it, like, but it's sort of whether or not like you say, it's sort of like a um I think what Smudge is maybe saying is, like, it can be a little bit like the ocean, like, impacting on a rock, and over the time, the rock becomes sand. And then when it becomes sand, it becomes easier to sort of fuck with and manipulate. Yeah, I think that's maybe what he's saying. But yeah, it's I think it's a bit of both, just to answer the question. Um, Good question, Smudge. Skippy. Yeah, attention is a hell of a drug. Skip, I can't say I never delete tweets. Typos make my ass twitch. Yeah, I've just sort of, I live with it now. Now I just, like, look over everything twice, and if it's still in there, I was like, well, it was meant to fucking be. Smudge, they've said that we're never getting an edit button. Cool. Nice. I hope we never do. Xylee. Smudge, I think it depends on the person, because I know of one YouTuber that just hit 100,000, and they are way more thin-skinned since they hit that number. Thin, I knew what you meant. Terence, I know a few of those too, Xylee. Skip, right, people I know, therefore no edit button for the class. Yeah, 100%. Xylee, hence the fight I got into the other day. Lol. Okay. Should I ask about that? But yeah, no. I just think, yeah, when you got more to lose, and it becomes more your career, you're going to get more touchy about it, aren't you? It's a bit. It's just one of those things, and then I think it becomes harder to distinguish criticism. You got to also keep in mind, some people say what they say is criticism, and it's just full blown dissing. But I think if you've been around on YouTube for long enough, you should be able to discern dissing from criticism. You should be able to do that by now. You've had so many comments; it's actually obscene. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Um, Bye, everyone. Be well and safe. Oh, bye, Ms. Mazira. Mavira. See you next time. Same place, same time. May y'all remember. Oh, fucking hell. I was only going to be on here an hour. I am awful at keeping time on this. Jesus. You'll remember on Facebook how the exit button would show what you edited in a drop down, so you could see the OG post. I bet Twitter would have fun with that. Yeah, that would be pretty fun, actually. Skip to May who. Laugh my ass off. May, no one in particular skipping. Not Twitch. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know where that's come from. No. Oh, make my ass itch. Okay. Right. So I see guitars. I assume you play. Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna play today though. I said that when I get to 1,000, I'll play something on stream. Um, I might just do it next stream so that people will get off my case about it, to be honest. But yeah, no, I do. I've got a 6-string Epiphone Dot. There's a 7-string Ibanez imitation, I guess, because it's not a proper Ibanez. I've got a Squire, Telecaster, Um, that classic guitar, that was my dad's. Um, when he was younger, there's a bit of a story to that, but I'll tell that another time. And then there's a ukulele as well. So yeah, yeah, and I do play. I'm not, you know, Jimi Hendrix or anything amazing like that. So, but yeah, I can play. Skip, it's fine, it's fine. Hey Angela. And yeah, I think what I'll do then, because it is later than I thought it was going to be. Um, yes, please, next stream. Okay, I will. I will. All right, fucking hell. I'll open the stream with a song, and we'll go from there. Nothing crazy, but yeah, that's what I'll do. So incentive to be on time next time, if I am, that is. But you get notifications, so you're you know working better than I am, I guess, on that one. Smudge, smart move, not comparing yourself to Jimmy Page. I said Jimi Hendrix, but okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I am. I've got mates who can really fucking play, so I know what you know people who can play guitar crazily well are, and I don't play it enough either to be outrageous. But yeah, I play. Smudge, what the fuck? um, Jimmy Page. All right. But yeah, and yeah, they are very different tones, mate. You're right. I know. I'm gonna let Smudge go on that because they both started with Jimmy, so, and she's very kindly my mod now. So there we go. Anyway, I'm starting to lag, as you guys could probably tell. I'm starting to get a bit tired and shit because it's nearly 3 o'clock. So I'm going to leave the stream there. I hope everyone had a good time and everything. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry it was a bit heavier at the beginning, at least, than usual. But yeah, it's still having you back and forth there, I see. But yeah, next time we'll keep it a bit more chilled out. And yeah, same place, same time. Catch you guys later. Ta-ra.